Hello Libra, I've got my light on doing this recording because it's dark and cloudy in Arizona. Yay! Okay, so this is your year 2017 year in advance, okay? I've shuffled out your deck, I've arched it, and I will pull out your 12 cards, and then I'm going to pull a card from this deck as your theme or your focus, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with January. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, where are you? This one, November and December, okay? So I'm going to get these out of the way. Give me just 1 second. Let me prop them up right here. And I'm going to spread this one out, and I'm going to pull your theme, your focus, all right? So this one is your focus for Libra. I'm going to get these out of the way. I'm going to sit you down for just a second. Give me just 1 second. I'm sorry, these cards are kind of big and I can't control them that easily. Okay, so here you have your theme. Here we have your year in advance, okay? I'm going to turn it over so I can put your cards down the way I pulled them, but I don't want you to see them yet. So here we have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Okay, so here we have 2017 for Libra, plus your theme card. Let's look at your focus theme card first. Winged Seer. You see clearly, clairvoyance. Okay, so Libra, for this year, for year 2017, you're going to see things clearer than you normally would. You might have some clairvoyant skills. Try not to get that glare in there. You might be able to just know you're doing something properly or know something's going to go wrong and avoid it. Let's see what January has to say for you. January, celebrate the feminine. Okay, so what are you creating? It's a new year. It's a whole new option to create whatever you want. It's a whole new option to create anything that you want, what you need, all of this kind of stuff. And you can see by the egg is birth. You can see by the pregnant woman, she's creating, she's in nature, which is like one of the biggest creators of all time. So what is it that you want to create? You can spend the next few days, the next few weeks, and all of January really planning out the year you will create for 2017. All right? Now, for February, know your fears. Now, this fits in really, really perfectly with creating, okay? Because oftentimes, we are afraid to change. We are afraid to do things. And if you look at this, I'm going to call him a monster, okay? We look at this monster and he's got this wispy, white, ghosty kind of stuff all around him. He looks kind of like a bear, maybe a lion, maybe kind of wolfy, not really, but kind of. And he's got red glowing eyes. Now, I know all of like the scary movies when we're dealing with monsters, or maybe not all of them, but when we're dealing with like supernatural monsters, they're always kind of ghosty. They've got glowing eyes. Oftentimes monsters are based off of animals, lions, wolves, that sort of stuff. So if we look at this picture, that asks us to know our fears, what's going to keep us from trying to create, what we need to see clearly. Let's look at this clearly, okay? It's spirit. That's what all of this ghosty, white, fluffy, foggy stuff is. That's spirit. Spirit doesn't necessarily mean a ghost, okay? This is an animal. Is it your totem animal, Libra? Is this animal coming? Is it a power animal? Is it coming to tell you, hey, bear is strong. Bear is wild. Bear, you know, wolf is the same thing. Lion has courage. What is this animal coming to tell you, and why are you afraid of it? Because you're not going to want to create. It's going to try to block you from creating. So that's your February. March. March, we have change is unavoidable. Okay, now I want you to look at this picture for just a second. Let's see if I can do it without causing a glare. We've got night, we've got day, we've got fall, we have spring. We've got this guy in the middle, and there's a snake that's shedding, he's changing. There's, do you see all of this different change and all of this duality? In order to create, you're going to have to let stuff go. You're going to have to know what you're afraid of and why you're afraid of it in order to change. And change is going to happen whether you like it or not. You have the option of going along with it, going with the flow, or fighting it every single step of the way, but it's going to happen, okay? April. April, we have follow the moon. The moon is usually associated with intuition, with femininity because of its constant changing, because of its similarity to the menstrual cycle, and with intuition. Now I want you to take 1 second and look at this. Your theme. You're clairvoyant. You're knowing things. Your intuition is guiding you. You're seeing clearly everything that's going to happen throughout the year, and especially in April, you're going to have to see clearly. You're going to use your intuition to see it clearly, your clairvoyance, in order to process all of what's happening from January to March, but all of the rest of the year too, okay? May. May, we have heed your messengers, all right? So maybe your totem animal, your power animal, your spirit guide, your intuition, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Father Air, Grandfather Air, all of these things, all of these guys are all of these guys are messengers for you. You need to pay attention to what they're telling you, along with like the bluebird on your shoulder, the angel, and anything spirit, ghosty kind of stuff that you might have that is your messenger. Listen to them, pay attention to them. Know what scares you, understand why it scares you, see if it can be changed that it doesn't scare you. Use your sight and your thought process clearly in order to heed the messages, okay? June. Know that you belong. Okay, so you've been doing all of this kind of stuff, okay? You've been creating, you've been facing your fears, you've been changing, you've been using your intuition and your messengers to help you change, along with your own thought process, your own guidance, your own clairvoyance. You're going to feel pretty soon like, I don't belong with my friends, I don't belong in my family, I don't belong with all of these people. One huge thing that I have a lot of my clients tell me often is as soon as I start awakening, I see everybody else that's asleep and I don't fit in with them. They look at me differently. They laugh at some of my thought process. They just don't understand me anymore. Even after you start changing, after you start awakening, after you start being different, you still belong. You might not necessarily belong with that group. Let's look at this cat for a minute, okay? This cat's not going to belong with other cats. She might, but she might also belong with dragons. She might also belong kind of with like a snaky kind of thing. She might also belong in other groups. You belong too, all right? July. Observe in silence. Now, fox as a totem animal, as a power animal, is a sly creature. He's tricky, all right? So, what is your intuition telling you? Or your intuition telling you? What is your clairvoyance, you're seeing clearly, telling you? What are your messengers telling you? What are your fears telling you? They're probably telling you that July is the month for you to sit back and just watch and understand, okay? Look at this fox. I'm going to go with she right now. She is all curled up, nice and cozy, but she's got her eyes on whatever she's watching, right? She's paying close attention. She might be paying attention on how she can trick her prey. She might be paying attention on how she can smooth talk her way out of something. She might be paying attention how she can smooth talk her way into something, how she can trick her way into something, how she can use her skills in order to get what she wants and what she needs. So as you're creating and you're changing and you're using your intuition and you're using your clairvoyance and you're using your messengers, pay attention to what you can do in order to get what you need. Okay, now I'm not going to say go hurt other people, don't trick them, but there's a way you can trick people, or there's a way you can get yourself slyly into stuff or slyly out of stuff without hurting people. That's what you're going to be doing, okay? So we have August. August is love without condition. All right? Now, I know with all of the changing that you're going to be doing throughout the year until August, you're going to want to be loved. You're afraid you're not fitting in. You want people to love you. How do you have people love you? By loving them. How do you have people love you through all of your changes, through all of emotional outbursts, through all of the stuff that's going to be happening while you're changing? Is by loving them unconditionally. They will love you unconditionally. We bring in how we act. We bring in what we concentrate on. We bring in what we focus on. So focus on loving those around you, and even those that aren't around you. Love nature, love all of this kind of stuff unconditionally, so that way you are loved unconditionally too. You are supported throughout all of your change. All right? September. September we have protect the wild and the green. Now, most of my clients, when they see this card, they think nature. And I also think nature a lot too, because look at it. She's got ferns, she's got scales, she's got all kinds of plants, horns, all kinds of stuff. But I want you to take a look at her sword for a minute. I want you to take a look at her face for a minute. Look at her. She is protecting, right? What is she protecting? She's protecting wild and green. What is wild and green? Wild and green is creation. Okay? You grow plants, you grow trees, you grow vegetables, you grow life, you grow creation. What is she protecting? She's protecting her creation. How is she protecting it? Now look at her face again. I'm going to try to move the camera so it doesn't shine in her. She is protecting it. She knows she's got what she needs. She knows she's strong enough to provide protection for what she's doing. Look at her. She's like, come at me, dude. Bring it on. Do you see my sword? Are you sure you want to battle me? Right? This is the energy you're going to need to have in September. Be prepared to fight your way through anything that you need to fight through in order to protect what you're growing, what you're creating, what you're changing. October. Make the sacrifice. Now, oftentimes when we hear make the sacrifice, we think, okay, I'm going to have to give up my son. I'm going to have to let my dog die. I'm going to have to, we think death. And death, yes, is the final death of humans, but death can be the end of stuff. So what have you been doing in 2016? What are you trying to change in 2017? You're holding on to something. You might be holding on to a bad romance. You might be holding on to a bad friendship. You might be holding on to a bad job, and you've been trying to change everything to get out of this bad romance, to get out of this bad job, to get out of this bad friendship, to get out of debt, to get out of a bad contract, to get out of your stinking thinking, to get out of whatever it is. It's time to sacrifice that because you're still holding on to it. So like with a bad relationship, right? You go, okay, well, I know my partner is not good for me. I know my partner is doing this and this and this, and I do not like it, but you don't move. You don't leave. You might say, oh, well, I will do this in order to help them become what I want. You can't do that, honey. You have to give up the sacrifice. You have to sacrifice being alone for a little while in order to have the relationship you want. You have to sacrifice not having a job for a little while in order to have the job you want. Now, on job-wise, because money is so important, I would recommend, like, don't go in and quit the job you hate and then start looking for a new job. Look for a new job while you're in the job you hate, but you need to start looking for a new job if that's what you're trying to get rid of, okay? November, we have embrace spirit. I'm going to move the camera just slightly so you can see this. What is the eagle? The eagle we have as the totem animal, the animal of the United States, the mascot of the United States, because it represents freedom, right? It represents nobility, royalty. It is a massive, beautiful creature, right? So you're going to embrace that. Embrace the idea, the spirit of what you want. Now again, spirit does not mean a ghost. It doesn't mean my dead grandma. It doesn't mean your dead uncle. It doesn't mean the people in the cemetery that are buried. It doesn't mean that. Spirit is the spirit of Christmas. What is that? That is happiness. That is joyful. That is love. What is the spirit of Mother's Day? It is appreciating your mother. What is the spirit of Thanksgiving? Being thankful. What spirit do you need to be embracing? And how much freedom is in that spirit? All right. December. December, we have here the ancient ones. Now this picture, I want to take a look at it for just a second. Okay, and I'm trying to make sure I don't get that glare. Okay, here are the ancient ones. Look at this old woman. She's extremely old. She's got like a grandma, great-grandma feel to her, right? She's an ancient. Look at the trees. Trees can live up to hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. They are ancient. Look at the earth. The earth is, how old is the earth? It is ancient. Okay? There are gods that are ancient gods. The Roman gods, the Greek gods, the Sumerian gods, ancients. Animals. Animals existed before humans existed. They are ancient. Spirits. Okay? These are ancient. Your ancestors are ancient. What are they telling you? What are they asking of you? Quiet down. Tune in. Meditation is great for this. And really listen. Now on meditation, I know a lot of people will say like, well, how do I know that that was really spirit that was talking to me? You have to believe it. If it's something you wouldn't come up with on your own, usually, or some word you wouldn't say on your own, that's spirit. That is the ancients. That is your guide, your angels, God, whoever. That's somebody else talking to you. Okay? So they will help you in achieving what you need to have achieved for 2017 in order to move into 2018. All right? So, rundown. And wow, this video got really long. You're going to be creating. In order to create, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your insight. You have to trust your intuition. You have to trust your messengers, which you have a few times. You have to know to protect it. You have to let go of stuff. You have to let go of stuff in order to bring in new stuff. I'm going to really quickly, if you've got 30 days worth of leftovers in your fridge, all in like little airtight containers in your fridge, if you don't throw that stuff out, how can you bring new food into your fridge? Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to get rid of the old. You have to get rid of what no longer serves you in order to bring in what does serve you. It's going to be a great year for you guys, Libra. It's going to be a great year for you guys, Libra. You just need to be prepared to let go of your fears and make the sacrifice of what you don't want to let go. Okay, so now Libra, if you want your own personalized year in 2017 reading, the one that's only for you, not for the Libra group in a whole, you can message me on facebook.com/BlueRainOrchid, or you can message me at Maria@BlueRainOrchid.com, and you can also go to my website, although this reading isn't up yet. I'm still working on getting that up. PayPal is giving me a headache. You can message me anywhere and we can set up your own personalized reading. If you liked this video, this reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel so that way you know when any kind of reading is up waiting for you. And thank you so very, very much, you guys. You're going to rock 2017. It's going to be wonderful. Thank you for letting me read for you. Lots of loves. Bye.